Welcome, everybody, to this, your Aquarius June 2025 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel, St. James Clairvoyant. Well, this deck was very kindly given to me about a day or two ago by an old friend. And it's a mass market deck. It's called, what is it called? Dancing in the Dark Tarot is what it's called. As a mass market deck, I suppose it's reasonably affordable as far as these things go. And it must be available, so probably Amazon or something like that, but who knows, wherever you get these things from. As a clairvoyant, you know that I provide clairvoyant readings to you wherever you live in the world, over Apple FaceTime or Microsoft Teams, Google Meet or Zoom, and the details of that are in the description. Now, separately and for free, I provide over those same platforms, whatever's convenient for you, the spiritual gift of healing, which can take anywhere from about 10 or 15 minutes up to an hour and a half even sometimes, depending on what's going on. Now, there are no strings attached to it. Nothing will be sold or recommended to you. It is the free lunch. When I worked out about 4 decades ago that I had been provided with this gift at birth, it also in a flash came to me that I am to provide it without receiving anything in return. And so I happily provide it without any expectation or anything for money or anything else. No expectation of anything. There's no obligation. Now, there are no video, the details are in the description. Now, the thing is that there are no, if I can speak that is, there are no video advertisements breaking their way into this content. And so you get to enjoy the whole thing without commercial interruption. So show me the magic, would you? Let's see what's here. There is the 1, that would be the Ace of Swords. There is the 10 of Pentacles. What's this? Well, that must be the Star, I'm assuming. Major Arcana number XV15111617. Yes, so I'm assuming that's the Star. Let's have a look. 3 of Pentacles. And finally, what is there here? There is the 4 of Cups. Interesting. Now, why don't you come sit down here next to me? I'll also bring the camera around so that everybody else can see. And you and I can have a look at the images on these things together and see what they reflect of the cosmic energy that's swirling around you while I do the reading for you. The thing that strikes me particularly about your spread is this fantastic Aquarius energy that's bathing everything else, which has a lot to say about this and a lot to say about that. Also this, you have great success coming up here as well as a result of focus and things. Let's talk about this first, shall we? And see what there is. Well, the good thing is, as you see, it's your planet of Saturn ruling your sign of Aquarius here. Now, you know already that you're an individualistic person and you are unique, but you also have an overall humanitarian outlook as well, I think. Well, this star energy, it shares these qualities, and it is reminding you about the divinity and the uniqueness which is within you, while encouraging you to be like the pipe that brings down from the heavens, if you like, from heaven, your highest potential. This is a time when you will be feeling inspired. It's a time also of self-recognition and working out who you really are. You'll be radiating magnetic energy at this time. There's a clear, well, unsurprisingly with this here, a clear vision going forward. Happiness, opportunities, optimism, cosmic energy coming around here, cosmic blessings which are going to bring you a lot of tranquility. This represents a really beautiful process. Cosmic inspiration of the highest nature is received, and it is through you being made manifest on the material plane. Now, you will be used as a channel by divine energy to manifest that divinity on earth. This is represented, I think, by these cups that are coming here. Her hair, in a way, acts as an antenna to pick this up, to pick up these radio waves or Wi-Fi signals that are coming to you, and it will broaden your perception of the things that are unable to be seen. And they're going to flow through you to earth. A new crystal vision is going to bring form and purpose to something which only a moment ago was just in your mind, a vague impression, and you gain a more penetrating view into the potential, the boundless potential of yourself. This power of inspiration that you receive will give wings to your soul and let the apparently impossible become manifest in just simply marvelous ways. This wisdom, which is poured into you, sets off such a quality of being, such a radiation, that other people will be drawn to you as if by a magnet. But these antennas, which I refer to here, you've got to also make sure that they are regularly, carefully purified and cleansed, because if this divine reception is disturbed by self-seeking tendencies, then the tremendous energies at hand can have a devastating effect. Enthusiasm could become fanaticism. Inspiration may become an illusion. But you're going to be fulfilled and inspired by life. And this is a reminder to follow your dreams and those things that give you most inspiration. Be open to love and trust creation and what it brings. Now, this is also, I think, definitely saying that just don't let the expectations and opinions of other people affect your decisions. It's your life, not theirs. Do what matters to you. Do what makes you feel alive and happy. Don't let the expectations and ideas of others limit who you are. If you let others tell you who you are, then you are living their reality and not yours. There is more in life than pleasing people. There is much more to life than following other people's paths which they have set out for you. There is so much more to life than what you experience right now. And this is saying, decide who you are for yourself. Become a whole being. Embrace adventure. And this adventure should be embraced, because this is saying also that it is only after you have stepped outside of your comfort zone that you begin to change, to grow, and to transform into the person that you are meant to be. So, live the life of your dreams. This is saying, be brave enough to live the life of your dreams according to your vision and purpose, instead of the expectations and opinions of those other people. Believe in yourself. You are braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you can now even imagine. I think finally what this is saying is that accept yourself and love yourself and keep moving forward. If you want to fly, you have to give up what weighs you down. Now, there's something else that this has and is influencing, and it's this. This has also got a lot of Aquarius energy directly dripping all over it this month, and this is saying that there is this time now when you will have intellectual clarity, original thinking, brilliant powers of thought, and it's as if there is a divine inspiration. Your unconscious energies are becoming available to your conscious mind, and the energies released in this process, they're going to be available to be fully used. Now, I think that in consequence of maybe looking at yourself and rethinking the way that you see yourself, I say that because there's a new perspective on life here that was previously unclear, and you can now actually get to the heart of the matter, and you can actually understand your own worth. You get a new vision, and you will pursue opportunities which draw upon your creative and intellectual abilities as well. Now, this sword may also call for you to stand up for the rights of others or yourself or your personal values and beliefs. What supports and what hinders your clarity? Say to yourself, I trust my perceptions. Now, there's something coming through here also as a result of this woman, and it's about thinking about yourself. Now, I'm going to put these thoughts together. I'll speak of the things in relation to women, or which I'll call girls, because it's simpler for me to do it that way. No disrespect intended. But it's just as much available to men. Just swap around the gender. But this is particularly important for women to know this. And I say to know, to think of this insight of to yourself, which is brought about by this Ace of Swords that's here. And this message is for the girls who have the tendency to stay up at night listening to music that reminds them of their current situation, who hide their fears, hurt, pain, and tears under the smiles, laughs, and giggles on a daily basis. The girls who wear their heart on their sleeve. The girls who pray that things will work out just once and they'll be satisfied. The girls who scream and cry into their pillows because everybody else just fails to listen. The girls who have so many secrets but won't tell a soul. The girls who make mistakes and have regrets on a daily basis. The girls that seem never to win. The girls that stay up all night thinking about that one boy or girl, as the case may be, and hoping that they'll notice her one day. The girls who take life as it comes, to the girls who are hoping that it will get better somewhere down the road, for the girls who love with all of their precious heart, although it always seems to get broken, to girls who think it's over, to real girls, to all girls, know this: you are enough. You are lovable. You are important. You matter. And you are beautiful. Now, this star energy also is something to say about this, I think. And what's it talking about here? What is the astrology of this, incidentally? Well, it's the moon in the third decan of Cancer. Well, the moon rules Cancer, which is great, but probably, I think in this context, the message that's been given is that rulership might be the only particular strength of the energy, and this is wanting you to know and do something about it. I think that the essential message here is that you want to be emotionally fulfilled in a deep way, but maybe you have been going about it the wrong way. Now, the moon in Cancer, well, the moon is associated with the principle of change. And so you might find that your emotional states might be shifting like the phases of the moon. But there is love here. There is tenderness. There is care, and there are emotional riches. Now, this wispy thing here, just bathing into you, I think testifies to the love you have received from others. And this is part of the emotional richness which fulfills you, expressing itself in your environment through beauty and luxury. And the ability to accept this in humility and thankfulness reveals an inner fullness which can be shared with others. Now, these golden cups, I think, express the wealth of feeling that's at hand and whose roots are deep in the subconscious. Now, this is a sort of a luxury, this type of love, isn't it? Well, this is a responsibility as well as a gift. It demands reasonable, sensible behavior and awareness, as well as an ability to enjoy and share and pass it on. The danger exists, however, that the emotions could take on a life of their own, moderation could be thrown away, and that you could get driven by the emotions subconsciously. Then the sky will turn dark. In times of this emotional luxury, it is best to be doubly awake, especially in familiar or intimate relationships. Expressed devotion and care could become oppressive. I think the other message that I'm getting here is that, see, love is very much don't be passive when it comes to love. What is love? Love is not giving your heart away to somebody else. Love is firstly and most importantly and requires your total self-love and acceptance. Because then, when you love yourself and accept yourself totally, that radiates out. And when someone loves you, they haven't taken your heart as an object away, but what they do is they participate in this expanded Wi-Fi energy, if you like. They share in that energy of your own self-love. That's what love actually is. And of course, if someone offers love to you, then unless they do love themselves, then what they are offering is misleading and deceptive. But always this is saying, don't be bored in issues of love. Don't become a house where the wind blows straight through. because no one bothers about the crack in the window or the lock on the door. And you're the house where people come and go as they please because you're simply too unimpressed to care. You let people in that you really shouldn't let in. And you let them walk around for a while, and you let them into your bed and use your books. But then you wait for the day when they will simply get bored and leave. You're still not bothered, though you knew they shouldn't have been let in the first place. But you just sit there, apathetic, like a beggar in the street. And still, the bad news is that none of us are getting out of this alive. You and me have a finite date. In between, there are precious seconds and sacred moments. And when and if you allow yourself to be that sort of a house, and you can interpret what I say there in a way that's meaningful to you, for all that time that you are a house, you are giving away a precious second. You are sacrificing a sacred moment. Now, materially, things really move along for you this month, I'm pleased to say, because what's this? This is Mars in the second decan of Capricorn, which is the 3rd to the 12th of January. Look, Mars, the good thing is that Mars is exalted in Capricorn, so this Mars energy will bring you assertion, vitality, and endurance. And the Capricorn aspect to it will bring you ambition, practicality, and making things tangible. Now, as I say, Mars is exalted here, so rather than it being its usual destructive self, it's actually very constructive. And Capricorn's materialism, well, that benefits from the energy and activity of Mars. So this energy is signifying that when you invest time and effort in work, however broadly you may care to define that, things are going to turn out favorably for you. Now, there may well be some new job responsibilities here. There is job satisfaction. You'll be doing a good job. There's continued progression, productivity, possibly some teamwork here as well, I think. This is also saying that you might need to, I've got something coming up here which is say that you need to put all your energy into something that you feel obliged to have to deal with. But you'll be willing to deal with it, even if it's aggravating, because that sense of obligation is going to come up from within you. Now, in general, your whole being will be needed. Full engagement of your energy is necessary now. Your body, your mind, and your spirit, none of these can be left out, because only through their combined and balanced use will you get results. The energies of those different planes will be united by their common goal. Clarity also arises here. The heavens begin to open, and the clouds of uncertainty, although they may sometimes try to clear your vision of your goal, your unshakable determination in the work that you have begun will give you the power to overcome temporary doubts, and this is going to assure your gradual progress. And finally, see, you do get gain, and you do make this wonderful material side of your life is bursting forward here. This is Mercury in Virgo. Now, Mercury rules Virgo. It's also exalted in Virgo. So you'll have great communication skill as a result of Mercury, and good organizational skills as a result of Virgo. So when you put communication and organization together, then you just end up with success and abundance, and that's all there is to it. There is an inner and outer richness here, the ability to make the inner wealth visible and to share it with other people. This is speaking of a sense of abundance, of wealth and prosperity. Maybe someone's getting a small inheritance, possibly a lottery win, a supportive and tight-knit family. Very good for people in family businesses. Now, you have attracted to you everybody who is a part of your life. You have created every situation in your life, and you create your own reality. The wealth in your hands is your own to do now with what you want. The responsibility is yours, and you are endlessly wealthy. Say to yourself, I am internally and externally rich. I am good enough. I am lovable. I matter. I'm important. I deserve everything, thankfully and in surrender. Great set of cards for you. Made so much better if you've been here. Well, a great month for you. Now, unless I see you in the meantime for either a clairvoyant reading or for healing, then I'll see you here again next month. And until then, remember one thing though, and it is this, that you are a legend. I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.